I sucked so bad at making YouTube videos when I started. I didn't have clear focus on any of the topics at hand, and I was so clearly and utterly lost in general. Here's how I started to get on track with my videos and how I have a much clearer idea of what I actually am going to write.
So there are two opposite sides of the spectrum when it comes to script writing. You could be a person who doesn't write a script at all, and it works for some people, but then you can go on the opposite side where you're basically like a robot. Guys, these are the points that you're doing today. Doot. And then you're done. I don't think people want to watch one side or the other, so you got to be somewhere in the middle when it comes to this. So reality is, what I like to do is I like to put down sort of a bulletin list of what are the main things I want to talk about in this video. And usually what I first honestly start off with is researching the topic in general. So I would usually take like 3 of my favorite content creators, see what they have to say on the subject, and then I would take their ideas, look through them, decide what I like best, and then discard the rest, more or less. Wow, I'm a poet. Anyways, so yeah, you take all those ideas and then you bullet them down. You start saying, okay, this point here, what does this benefit? What does this benefit? What does this benefit? Write those down, and then I would go ahead and say, start actually taking that and then expanding upon it. So this is sort of a phase of kind of vomit on the page, Just write down everything about that topic that you know and you want to talk about, and then you look through it afterwards and you decide what are you discarding and what are you keeping in the video. So, bullet it down, write down a body, so on and so forth. So then once you've gotten that down, that's like a really good starting point. But then, you have to have a good hook. You can't just go into a video and be like, guys, this is exactly what you're doing to get to this point. No, you have to be like, yo, this is what I did to do this to get to this point. You have to hook someone in. You have to get them interested in your video. If they're not interested in your video, the rest of the body and all that, the conclusion, none of it matters. None of it matters at all if nobody cares. So, no, you've got to, once you've gotten all that done, it's on to the final step, which is, what are the benefits of what you're talking about? Why do you walk 10,000 steps a day? Why do you do NoFap? Whatever it is, write a conclusion of why you do it and what the given benefits are, and then make it to where it's applicable to them. If they can't really apply any of the information, then, it's probably not very useful. But yeah, guys, it shouldn't be that hard script writing, but if you let yourself get overly analytical about it, or if you just go, full-fledged ahead and you just, you go off on a tangent like I used to do in so many of my videos, that's actually the biggest reason why I had to start writing bulletins, is because my super ADHD self, I would start on topic about the video, but then all of a sudden I would be like, oh, here's this thing that branches off to the side, and here's this thing that also branches off to the side. And, it's okay to have a little bit of diversion from the script and go a little bit, out of character with it, or so ultimately, more than anything, you got to create a hook that, captivates people. Get people interested in what you're talking about. Does it evoke any kind of emotion? Do they get to thinking automatically? Are they interested? That's the hook. So start off with that, and then take those ideas that you have, from your research, blot them down on the page, write out the bulletin board that I talked about. Make sure that you put down the main points, and then expand upon them, and then give them, really think through them, make sure that you have what you want, put all that down, and then finally give off a conclusion about what the ultimate benefits are. That's really all this is. It's not necessarily difficult in theory, but a lot of it is practice, because if you can't talk in front of a camera, I couldn't talk in front of a camera for forever, and I still think I make some bad videos here and there for sure, but, I'm working at it. If you just go ahead and you start actually planning out your videos, and you make sure that you know what you're doing, I think that you could go a long way, and you can actually become good at this in the end. So really, that's all there is to it, guys. Thanks for watching, and there will be more videos in the near future.